definitely new. Oh, sorry. Hi there. Welcome into Baller's Blockbuster. You find everything? Well, maybe I should ask, did you find everything okay? It definitely seems like you found everything left that we have available for sale at the store today. Yeah, we're having our closing sale. As you can see, I'm obviously not taking work too seriously around these parts, around these days. Who cares? Sorry, I'm Jake. Cheetos, dust. Anyways, it seems like you found a pretty good selection of movies here. You know, you have like a mixture of DVD, Blu-ray, other types of discs here. You realize that, right? Okay. Definitely seems like you are a collector, maybe. Just picking out movies you like and maybe ones you want to know more about. You came to the right place and the right Jake, because I definitely know a thing or two about some of these movies. Yeah, pretty excited to talk these through. We don't really get that many people to come around here, but I guess we can just get started and just sort of check you out here. Awesome. Our system, I guess you would call it, is actually down right now. So I have to manually type everything in to our inventory to make sure we take it out. Yeah, we took all that stuff out a while ago. We haven't obviously had that many sales, as you can probably tell. Having a movie store during these times is not the greatest idea. Darn Netflix. So stupid. Oh yeah, let me just stream movies from my TV, my gaming systems, my phones. What's the fun in that? What's fun is paying for an overpriced compact disc and probably ending up losing it or getting it scratched and having to buy a new one anyway. But that's the thrill of buying a hard copy of a movie. At least that's what I think about it. Yeah, it adds to a collection. It's something you can hold in your hands, not just tap it on a screen. Anyways, have you been here before? Do you have an account with us? Or I guess before we close up shop, did you have an account with us? Do you want to make one? Yeah, we'll just skip that. Skip that part. Okay, well, looks like you have like 2 piles of movies here. Do you want to just go through them randomly? Do you want to go through like different categories of them, like, horror, action, adventure, comedy, blah blah blah? If you just want me to go through them and stop wasting your time, makes sense. Well, talking about maybe some classics in movie history, looks like these might be as a collection together. Can't really talk movies without talking some of the greats, and Scarface and Jaws are definitely ones that fall into that category, at least to me they do. When it comes to Scarface, obviously being known as one of the best sort of like action drama movies of all time, and Jaws, you can think of it as a drama horror movie, I guess. You've seen these before, right? I'm assuming. Yeah, I mean, of course. I mean, Jaws is, the typical shark movie. It makes everyone afraid of the ocean. Scarface is an interesting tale of a sacrifice and, money above everything, and just, I don't know, pretty much life in general. It's some person does and goes mad over just power and everything. It's a good story, though. Both of these are. It is actually kind of funny to think about that Jaws was actually like a horror film back in the day. These are really good movies, obviously. I'll put these on the side over here. And I wish we had our scanner, but it's fine. I'll just Jaws and Scarface. Awesome. We'll just keep going down the line here. Oh, a little bit of a switch up here. 2 extremely good movies here. This one is used and has seen better days. It's the Pirates of the Caribbean, or Pirates of the Caribbean movies. Yeah, these are really cool. I remember when these first came out when I was just a little guy, and I was terrified of this movie. I think it probably came out, sometime around 2001-ish. Definitely just around the turn of the century, 2001, 2, 3, 4 time. And wow, was this a great movie. It's actually kind of long. It's 143 minutes, which I actually thought it was even longer than that, to be completely honest. But, Johnny Depp absolutely steals the show. Orlando Bloom kind of makes a big sort of blast onto the movie scene with this one. Maybe some other movies before this, but definitely I knew Orlando Bloom after this one. He actually was my favorite in this movie, and I also really, really love Disney, so this is great that they have a movie based on the ride. And this is Pirates of the Caribbean. I almost said Caribbean. I'm not that fancy. Pirates of the Caribbean on Stranger Tides. Yeah, this is after everyone left the original movies, and Johnny Depp went on by himself with some other people and finds Blackbeard the pirate. And I think they go after, I think it's like the Fountain of Youth or something like that. It's a very interesting movie, but I highly recommend this one. Even the second one of Pirates of the Caribbean, I think it's Dead Man's Chest, is really good. I don't know, did you find it? We don't have it? Yeah, that makes sense. But, pretty good. Amazing. Like, maybe one of my favorite movies. Definitely when I think about growing up, one of my favorite movies. I mean, can't go wrong with those ones either. Okay, Pirates Caribbean slash, I think that's the fourth one. 4. Awesome. Oh, and even more awesome when you're taking a look at some of the more trilogies or sequels, series, and movies. Well, I guess this doesn't really. Actually, I guess it technically does. We have the Batman, Superman, Justice League movies of the sort of craziness that went on a handful of years ago with the Jack Snyder's cut of it all. Pretty crazy. Yeah, I actually went to the movies to actually see the original viewing of the Justice League movie. Now, again, this is, of course, the Snyder's cut, which is definitely better than the original. Definitely wish they would have sent this movie out to the theater before, whatever that other original showing was. It's actually not too shabby, but still not really on the level as, some of the other superhero movies out there. And you have Batman versus Superman, which was also just a letdown. It was okay, and I think that's the best thing to sort of describe these DC movies is they're okay. Obviously, we all wish that they could be something extravagant, and maybe one day they can get that way, but until then, we have to stick with the Snyder's cut, which I actually have no idea how long this was, because I remember that I'm pretty sure this is it's 242 minutes long. You're gonna need some extra popcorn and a little bit more candy to watch this movie, but according to Jake Hamilton, one of the greatest superhero movies ever made. He must be a DC fan, but not bad. You sure you want these, right? I mean, I'm just asking, of course. Okay, gotcha. Oh yeah, well, he's not really in the movies. Well, he had a movie, but we don't talk about that movie. But it's Green Lantern. It's my favorite DC superhero movie. What about you? Cool. Okay, Justice League's done with that. I saw in your other pile of movies, we have some more superhero things to talk about. I am kind of a superhero buff myself, and boy, do I love a chance to talk superheroes. We have some of the Batman movies, which these are definitely collecting some dust back there. Yeah, we just basically pulled everything out of the boxes and just shelves. But we got the Batman movies like The Dark Knight and Batman Begins, which, wow, this might be one of the like original DVDs from when the movie first came out back in 2005, because this thing is very old. It is a fantastic, emotional, genuinely gripping movie, according to Mike LaSalle of the San Francisco Chronicle. I really like the Batman Begins movie. I wish it was a little bit more hyped in the movies of the Batman sort of Christian Bale series, if you want to call it that, and of course with The Dark Knight Rises, one of the greatest movies of all time, if I can say. Just absolutely insane when it comes to just acting. Just the pure skill of the actors in this movie is definitely really insane. We do have the DVDs obviously still in there. We even have the special features DVD, which again, that's how old these DVDs are. Is that well, first of all, they're DVDs, and second of all, they have special feature DVDs, which is kind of crazy. But yeah, you know, Christian Bale, amazing. Heath Ledger, once in a lifetime acting role here as the Joker, and even Batman Begins is a very underrated movie in my opinion. Now we're definitely putting in the pile over here. You're like a big superhero person. Yeah. And then Dark Knight. Oh wow, we're not even done. Dude, you are a huge superhero movie buff. We have here some Blu-rays. Again, you know these are Blu-rays, right? You know you can't play these on just anything. Okay, yeah, I'm making sure. We have Spider-Man 3, which, are you sure you didn't find the first or second one, or the only one we had? Okay, that's fine, I guess. Yeah, third Spider-Man is good. You have the meme Spider-Man in this one. You get the black suit Spider-Man. You get Venom, Sandman, who does an amazing job in this movie. Wow, this definitely brings back a lot of memories. This movie coming out, oh, give me a time, 2007. Wow, 2007. That is very crazy, but very fun, very fun movie. Definitely wish it could have been better, maybe made in a different way, and apparently, from what I've heard from different stories, it actually was supposed to be made in a different way, but they changed throughout the entirety of the filming multiple times, so they had to make it the way it was, but still not too shabby. And wow, talking about superhero movies, maybe my favorite of all time, Marvel's Avengers Infinity War, which in my opinion was the first big Marvel Avengers movie. Now of course they've had other ones like Civil War, which might also be one of my favorite movies when it comes to Marvel movies, which, man, you could definitely have your opinions about them now, but this was like the first movie I was like, oh my god, like this is amazing, this is epic. Like the first time I think I ever would describe a Marvel movie, or even maybe any movie in general, as epic would be Infinity War, because this was a crazy movie when it comes to just not only just the actor's presence, but just the storyline was actually just so much deeper than what we get nowadays in Marvel superhero movies. It sucks, but man, Infinity War that's some S tier stuff right there, if you know what I mean. Marvel in F-I-N-T in Spider-Man SP. You don't mind the Cheetos dust on your movies, right? Okay. Awesome. It's looking like you're taking a big jump in category of movies, aren't you? Yeah, you know what this movie is, right? The Three Amigos. You've never seen the Three Amigos? Oh my god, you've not seen the Three Amigos. this is a classic. Dating back to 1986, the legendary Steve Martin, Chevy Chase, and Martin Short. This trio in this movie, very funny. Now I know you're thinking, oh, of course, ha ha ha, it was funny for that time period. No. I guarantee you, bring this movie home, strap it into the DVD player, and give it a watch. Absolutely still very funny. I've actually seen this as a live action performance before in a theater. Really funny when it comes to that as well. And just trust me with this movie. This is a movie that you will enjoy. It's not like one of those like typical Western movies has the sort of looking like the title and the everything looking like it's gonna be. It's a comedy about it's a comedy about three actors who get called upon a town that needs help from a real life scenario, but these actors think they are, in a show, when they're really not. They're actually in real life danger, but they don't think they're in real life danger. They think they're acting in like a movie. It's really funny, but definitely give it a watch. It's really cool. Oh, I'm so excited! Please watch that movie. Oh, and the complete opposite flip side of that, the Titanic. I remember watching this as a very young kid, and when one scene popped up in this movie, oh man, it probably was my first time ever seeing those. But this movie coming out in 1997, a great year by the way, coming in at a total of 194 minutes of watch time. And boy, does it feel like that. It's a very long movie, but it's one of the most successful movies of all time. I think it's maybe number 2 or 3 on the all-time grossing listing, and it's the longest tale ever told. It's the movie that will probably never, ever, ever get old or die off, ever, and it'll live on for probably till the end of time. Titanic. Leonardo DiCaprio, amazing. Kate Winslet. I'm not sure what else she did on after this movie, though, to be completely honest, but great movie for, I guess, everyone. Even as a kid, I remember this movie kind of freaking me out because that part, at the end where, the ship eventually goes down was actually very stressful to me as a kid, but there was room for both of them. Anyways, Titanic. Okay, you want the rest of the movies, right? We'll turn up the heat a little bit, get a little quicker. Here we have the good find here. Same director as the one before, James Cameron in Avatar, and this is the collector's edition of Avatar. No, we still have this on the shelves. Really, wow, that's impressive. Yeah, it opens up kind of like a book, but it just has the DVDs in there. I think one of them is a 3D movie. Like if you have a 3D TV, you can watch it 3D. Another one is like a director's cut. Another one just the original movie. Great find here, and the casing is also very cool. Did you like the newest one, the Way of the Water, or whatever it's called? Yeah, I thought it was okay too. It was obviously very overhyped. Definitely was not worth the wait. If that movie would have came out, 5 years after the first one, that would have been like, oh my god, yes, let's go. But the fact they overhyped that entire new series of movies they're doing with that, I don't know. But I mean, we all know Avatar, right? If you know, you know. I think that one's also, maybe number 3 or 4, number 2 on the all-time movie grossing list. A comedy. Oh, thank God. I do love me a good comedy. This isn't like a traditional comedy though. This is like a drama, crime, comedy. I mean, if you have Ben Stiller and Eddie Murphy in a movie, it's gonna be funny, right? It's Tower Heist. This is like your typical, like, on TBS on a random afternoon type of movie. It's just a good, solid cast of funny people, and I think like the base of the movie is like there's like money missing from like this business, and a I guess the hotel business, there's like a bunch of money missing and a lot of people losing their jobs and stuff, and Mr. Ben Stiller here tries to get back and get the money back that their employees deserve. And he goes to some pretty crazy lengths to do it. And then Eddie Murphy teaches them how to do it. It's kind of funny. Definitely give it a watch. Have you seen it before? Okay. Yeah, like I said, it's literally on every single day on TBS or some random movie channel. Oh, I completely forgot. You had more superhero movies. Well, this is an old one. The dust is dusting. The dust is dusting. We have the original trilogy of the X-Men. Wow. Really cool that you found this one. It's X-Men, the X-Men movie, X-Men X2, and then you have X-Men, The Last Stand, which, man, these movies were pretty special during their time, and, man, were probably the best Marvel movies at the time, also when they first were coming out. I think sometime in, again, the early 2000s, maybe 2005, I would assume. Give me a year. Oh, X-Men came out in 2000, X2 came out in 2003, and X-Men Last Stand came out in 2006. Whoa. Definitely the best Marvel movies of that time period, you know, Hulk, X-Men, Daredevil, Spider-Man movies were coming out then. Kind of that early era of Marvel. That's a great find. There's just so much different diversity in this sort of movie set. I am giving you a round of applause of just, it looks like opening up yourself to so many different possibilities of movies and different genres to laugh to, have drama over, get really indulged in a great story, or even just put on as some background movie noise. That's I think you did a great job, to be completely honest. Are you sure you don't want to go out and look at anything else we have? I mean, of course we have a great selection behind me as well. Yeah, okay, that makes sense. It's definitely a lot. I would ask if you needed a bag, but we actually don't have any bags because we're literally packing everything up. So just get a good movie sandwich and hold them with both hands as tight as you can. That's the only suggestion I can give you. Okay, does that look okay, that total? Well, yeah, I know you have all these movies, but these are DVDs and Blu-rays. No one's gonna... I'm selling these all for like $5 to $10. Yeah. Duh. What do you think, this is gonna be full price and I'm gonna be scamming you because you're buying, you know, hard copy DVDs? Because hard copy DVDs are pretty... not the smartest thing. Anyways, but oh, did you want, there's something I was supposed to ask you. Oh, did you want anything else to go with your movies? Yeah, you know, you can't just watch a movie. You gotta do something with the movie. And of course, the number one thing is snacking. Yeah, I mean, even when I'm working here, I have a box of yummy Reese's Pieces. I don't know how long we're gonna be open for, but if we're open, I'm here. Alrighty, thank you so much for stopping in, and again, I am Cheetos Dust. I'm Jake again, and hopefully I do see you again sometime very, 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 very soon. Alright, see ya.